Let me ask you something really important. Have you ever smiled, but deep down, you felt sad? Have you ever done something good, something truly from the heart, but it felt like no one even noticed? Did you know something beautiful? Allah knows what is in your heart, not just what people see on the surface, not just the words you say out loud, but everything you truly feel. So, just for a moment, sit calmly. Listen carefully. This story is for your heart. There was a young Muslim girl named Hafsa. Hafsa was gentle, quiet, and very thoughtful. One day at school, her teacher asked the entire class to help clean up the classroom. It was a bit of a mess. Immediately, some children started working loudly, making sure everyone saw how much they were doing. Some were clearly hoping for praise, wanting the teacher to single them out. Others just wanted the attention. But Hafsa was different. She cleaned quietly. She moved around the room, picking up stray papers from the floor. She straightened the chairs, making sure they were all tucked in neatly. She helped wherever she saw a need, without ever being asked directly. She did it simply because it was the right thing to do. When everything was tidy, the teacher stood at the front of the room and thanked the class for their hard work. She mentioned a few students by name, the ones who had been the most visible. But Hafsa's name was not mentioned. A small, quiet sadness bloomed in her chest. It wasn't that she wanted a big reward, but it felt like her effort had been invisible. Hafsa walked home slowly that afternoon, her backpack feeling heavier than usual. She whispered to herself, so softly that only she could hear, "I tried to help, but no one noticed." Her heart felt heavy, weighed down by that feeling of being unseen. That evening, she sat beside her mother on the sofa. Her mother, with her gentle wisdom, noticed her daughter's silence. She turned to Hafsa and asked softly, "What's wrong, my child? You seem quiet today." Hafsa looked up, her eyes a little glossy, and answered quietly, "I did something good today, but no one saw it." Her mother smiled, a soft, understanding smile that instantly made Hafsa feel a little better. She pulled her daughter closer and said, "Hafsa, people may miss things. People are busy, they get distracted, and sometimes they just don't see the quiet goodness happening right in front of them. But Allah never does." Then, her mother said something that Hafsa would carry in her heart for the rest of her life. She said, "Allah knows what is in your heart." She explained that Allah knows when you are being sincere. He knows when you are trying your absolute best, even if you don't succeed perfectly. He knows when you are hurting inside, even when you put on a brave face. And He especially knows when you do good quietly, without seeking any recognition. Her mother reminded her, Allah doesn't just look at our actions. He looks at our intentions, the why behind what we do. That is why our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us one of the most fundamental principles of our faith: actions are judged by intentions. Hafsa listened, thinking deeply about her mother's words. It was like a light switching on in her mind. She asked, her voice filled with a newfound hope, "So even if no one thanks me, Allah knows why I helped. He knows it was to do good." Her mother nodded, her eyes warm with love. "Yes, my dear, exactly. When you help for the sake of Allah, He records it as a good deed for you. When you are kind for the sake of Allah, He rewards you for it, even if the entire world stays silent and no one ever says a word. Your reward is safe with Him." As Hafsa absorbed this beautiful truth, she felt the heaviness in her heart begin to lift. It was replaced by a feeling of warmth and peace. Her quiet act of cleaning the classroom suddenly felt so much more valuable, not because a person saw it, but because Allah saw it. Now, I want you to listen carefully to this next part, because it applies to you and me, every single day. Allah knows your heart. He knows it when you choose to forgive someone who hurt you, even when you don't announce it to anyone. He knows it when you give charity or help someone in need without showing off or posting about it. He knows it when you try your absolute best at something but still fall short. He sees the effort, not just the result. He knows it when you feel sad or overwhelmed, but you choose to stay patient and trust in His plan. People can only see the outside. They see our actions, they hear our words, they see the smile on our face. But Allah sees inside. He sees our struggles, our hopes, our fears, and most importantly, our intentions. That is why sincerity, or ikhlas, is so incredibly powerful in Islam. When you truly internalize this, when you know with certainty that Allah knows what is in your heart, everything changes. You stop desperately seeking praise from people. Because the approval you have from your Creator is all that matters, you stop feeling unseen or unappreciated, because you know the most important observer is always watching. And you stop giving up when things get hard, because your motivation isn't the applause of the crowd, but the pleasure of Allah. Remember this, a sincere heart, full of pure intentions, is far more valuable to Allah than loud actions done for show. A small, hidden act of kindness done purely for Allah's sake can outweigh a grand public gesture done for praise. It's about the quality of the heart, not the quantity of the action. So, the next time you do something good and no one seems to notice, smile. Smile a real smile this time. Because you have a beautiful secret. You know that the one who matters most, the one who can reward you in ways you can't even imagine, already knows. Your effort was not wasted. It was seen, it was noted, and it is cherished. Let us end with a gentle dua together, from our hearts to His. Allah, you know what is in our hearts. Please, make our intentions pure for you. Help us to do good for your sake alone, not for the praise or recognition of others. Comfort our hearts when we feel unseen, and remind us that your awareness is all we need. If this reminder brought some peace to your heart, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Like, comment, and follow Chisahub for more stories and Islamic reminders that speak to the heart. Thank you for listening.